This is AUv3 MIDI Tools, and we're looking at the root plugins in Cubasis. Before we go any further, my suggestion is not to use these at all in Cubasis. The bus plugin does everything that these do, but does it better. You don't need to pipe external MIDI in Cubasis. It already does that really well. For passing MIDI around Cubasis, I much prefer the bus plugin because this comes with a lot of pitfalls. Specifically in Cubasis, so I would avoid using this and just use the bus plugin instead. That being said, we're going to move right on and actually show you it, but we're going to show you it with the pitfalls so that you can see it's better to use the bus plugin. First thing you need to do is create a track with MIDI on it. And then this track, you need to disable your instrument, which I've already done, and you need to disable all your MIDI inputs. So there's your first pitfall. You can't actually have a MIDI input on the track that you're using root on. The reason that is because root uses MIDI ports. So it will send to those MIDI ports and you'll get feedback. So there's your first thing. You cannot use MIDI inputs while you're using root. Again, bus doesn't have this problem because it's all handled internally. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to load MIDI root as a instrument. So we'll go to audio units. It'll be the second one in the list. You can't read it very well because of the way Cubasis lists plugins, but it's the second one in the list, like so. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new track and make sure that track's selected. We're going to go to our routing, make sure that all MIDI ports is on, make sure we've got an instrument, and then when we press play, hopefully the piano should play on the second track, which it does. Now here's the next of the pitfalls. Okay, if I select the first track and play, nothing happens because in Cubasis you have to go to setup and then make sure that MIDI input only for ARM track is off, because that's how ARM tracks work, is they are the selected track. So now it'll work whatever track you've got selected. Now the pitfall there is that if you've got multiple tracks all using MIDI or MIDI input ins, you're going to start getting feedback and crossover and stuff again. This plugin will work. It will work as an instrument and it will work as an effect in Cubasis. 100%. Don't use it. There's no point. Go and use the bus plugin instead. Vastly superior. All internally bussed, so you're not using MIDI ports. Perfect for Cubasis. Works brilliantly. So that's the root with all the pitfalls. Again, I would avoid using it. If you desperately do need to use it, those are the instructions. We'll see you on the next video.